Yes, I think we're live now. Good morning, everyone.
Great.
I'm Mohammad Shafiq from Boost Education, and today we're our guest, Mr. Karan Issar from London Southbank University, and we'll discuss about London Southbank University, about the courses, entry requirements, and any opportunities for international students. He's gonna discuss about also any questions from any audience from our Facebook page because this live session is going on our all Facebook pages and also YouTube channel and from my personal Facebook page also. So yes, Karan, you can start. If you don't have any presentations, you can start according to your own. And if any questions come to our screen, then I will show you. Okay.
Sure. Yeah, thank you so much, Mr. Shafiq, for the opportunity today, and hi to all the viewers. My name is Karan. I'm the regional officer for London South Bank University for South Asia. Um, we're going to try and keep this session as crisp as possible, but things that we have in mind that we want to cover is going to be basic about London South Bank University, followed by big question that generally comes up in discussions as to why somebody should be looking at London South Bank University. I'll try and take you through the entry requirements, the scholarship opportunities that we have, the fee structure, a bit about our accommodation, and more importantly, the employability services. If there is anything else that you would want to know, please feel free to put it down in the comments column, and then Shafiq can always help me with those questions as well. So just to give you guys a brief introduction about London South Bank University, we are a public university based in Newington, one of the oldest and the largest university in London. Um, since 1892 at the university, we have been offering vocationally relevant, accredited, and professionally recognized education. Uh, there's a lot of diversity at the campus. We've got more than 18,000 students from 140 plus countries, and I think that plays a huge role in the overall grooming and development of an individual, because you get to meet people from different countries. You get a different flavor, a different perspective towards life, towards their opinion towards different matters, and that leads to more creativity, that brings in more innovation, and effectively something that we all are aiming for is overall development of an individual, which I see that happening at the university as well. Majority of the courses that are offered are all industry accredited, and we've got an integrated campus, which is very hard to find, especially in an area like London. Apart from that, we've got 7 schools. Uh, we've got School of Applied Sciences, we have got School of Architecture, School of Art and Creative Industry, Business, Engineering, Health, Law, and Social Sciences. Um, so that's a bit of introduction about the university. But one big question that I've seen that always comes up, I'm sure as a student you will have that question. Your parents will be asking the same question to you. Your friends are going to ask this question to you. You are going to be asking this question to the counselor, and the counselor is going to ask me the question as to why somebody should be looking at London South Bank University. See, my responses are going to be more in the context of South Asia. Me being in South Asian, I think I pretty much relate to what or how our mind kind of works. I think end of the day, the most important thing that I think every student is looking for is the employability factor. If you think of it as if a student is going outside, you know he is going there to kind of get best of knowledge, quality education. That's fine, but what next? What's the ultimate goal? Everybody wants to work in a good company, make a good life for themselves, and this is the medium through which you will go there. And we as a university are known for employability. We are the only university which has been awarded University of the Year for graduate employment 2 years in a row. There is no other university which has been awarded that. Our average graduate salary is fourth best in the country. So I think, especially in the times of COVID, the emphasis and the value of universities being strong around employability, it increases more than ever. And we are perfectly positioned to ensure, and our history and our track record is also going to prove you that employability wise, we as a university are very strong. And I strongly suggest students that they should never compromise on the end result, because that's what we are aiming for. You just not don't just look at the short term goal that you will go to a university in London. Look at a university which first of all has that employability area. So that's number one point, which I think is a big tick. um, for anybody who's looking at LSPU. Second thing, I think I feel for us South Asians, I think location definitely plays a very, very important role. We as a university are situated in Zone 1 in central London. I know London has always has its own charm, and everybody wants to come to London. But it's also that student understand and cross question and ask their counselors where are these universities located. Everybody says that my university is in London, it's in London, but where
Mm.
exactly? Because you need to keep in mind that London is not very
Yeah,
economical. It is expensive.
yeah, that's
You
true.
know,
Mm. Mhm.
like this is something that I think a lot of people don't share about. I think you should be asking these questions. London, from what I understand, is structured into 6 zones. Zone one
Mhm.
is the centralmost zone, so all the popular places like House of Parliament, Big Ben, Buckingham Palace,
Mhm.
Tate Modern, Tate Britain, all these places are in zone one. So you are very perfectly positioned. Everything is going to be around you when
Yeah,
you are
that's
at the
true.
university. And not only, and see, a lot of time I hear students telling me that we'll compromise on the location. Well, it's not. See, there are two.
Mm.
Number one, I think any student should be compromising. You should not
Mhm.
be at. The most important thing for me is that when you are in a place like London, the biggest advantage that I see is again the diversity aspect.
Mm.
Your overall personality, your overall development is only going to happen when you not only study at the university, do well for yourself, but also meet people, visit places. It's all a part of your overall development, and I think London is very well positioned in that aspect. And plus, you being in Zone One in Central London, you're also very well connected. Everything is so close to you, and then the business centers is also there for you to find jobs. You obviously know that majority companies head offices are also in London, so that also helps in terms of how many job opportunities and internship opportunities might open up for you. Um, Also, I think it's important that students also look at the affordability. For us South Asians, we
Yeah,
obviously want to
the
move.
tuition
Yes.
fees. Mm.
So from an affordability angle, I think as a university, we again our fee structure is very, very I would say economical. Our fee is just £14,900. I'm obviously going to talk more about scholarships later, but from an affordability perspective as well, the university is very, very well positioned. And then I think the campus. Um, I've never seen people talking about campus. I don't think when I even meet students at fairs, nobody asks me how where is the university, what sort of a campus does the university have. See, there is something that we need to understand that we as South Asians we have studied in schools and colleges which were not in a building.
Mm.
They were huge. There used to be a playing field. There used to be an amphitheater. There used to be
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
a library. So we have all had our emotions, our connections attached to those schools and colleges. If you even think about your school right now, I'm sure you will go back in memory lane and you will start thinking about the staircase where you used to sit with your friends. For some reason, because London is so expensive, it's hard to find huge properties. And we probably are one of the few universities which has got such a huge campus, and everything is at one place. It's an integrated campus. Whereas you will find a lot of universities where one
Mhm.
building is in one area and the other building is probably 2 streets down the lane, and you sometimes even have to take a shuttle bus to go from one place to other. So that
Yeah, also
whole experience.
the canteen also very nice in South Bank University. I study, so they have two canteen. Mhm.
Absolutely. So, and now, Mr. Shafiq, in fact, we've got 13 cafeterias because the university has been growing. There are thirteen cafes now at the university for students. So I just feel that when our parents are putting in efforts to take a loan or put their properties on mortgage, why do you want to compromise? And I think this is probably your last bit. Once you
Yeah,
complete your studies, there is no coming back to college. I mean,
yeah.
obviously, with due respect to students who are looking at doing a
Mhm.
PhD later, but still, this is your part of life where you should also enjoy the campus life. And I think
Yeah,
we are a main campus. This is not a branch campus. First of all, you'll find a lot of universities that have branch
yeah,
campuses. This is a
yeah. That's
campus,
true.
centrally located. Employability wise, it's doing wonderful. And the affordability factor also gets covered up. So it's a very, very good mix for students. Especially for South Asia, and plus all courses are coming up with internship or placement. So that again is a cherry on cake for our students as well. So that's a little bit about why I think somebody should be looking at London South Bank University. Um, in terms of employability, another important thing I think I already highlighted that We obviously are the only university which has been awarded University of the Year for graduate employment, but also, as per Sunday Times League, we were one of the top 20 UK universities for graduate prospects and London's number one modern university for graduate prospect. We've also been awarded with University or with Entrepreneurial University of the Year as well. So that's also been there at the university. In terms of the entry requirements, it's this is obviously a good news for a lot of students, especially in the context of Bangladesh. Our entry requirements have got revised.
Yeah,
They've
yeah,
been made more competitive.
that's good
We've
news.
taken into account the feedback that was given to us by Boost, who is obviously one of our prestigious institutional partners. And keeping that in mind, our new entry requirement, like for bachelors, our entry requirement has now come down to 3.8.
Yeah,
It used 4.5 earlier. It has
4.5, it
come
was
to
4.5. Mm-hmm.
yes, it is 3.8 now. So we've made it slightly more competitive. And our entry requirement for masters is now we had our previous entry requirement was 2.8. Now it has been reduced to 2.5. So there has been a slight shift in the entry requirements. Also, these requirements are also apply for international scholarship. So we have got two kinds of scholarship that we offer at the university. There is an international scholarship and there is a merit scholarship. International scholarship is worth £1,570, 1570,
Yeah.
and a merit scholarship is worth £3,000 at an undergrad level and £4,000 at a postgrad level. Very, very important and interesting for students to know that whichever scholarship you get, especially at an undergrad level, you will continue to get that scholarship
Yeah.
every year of your study at LSPU, which means if you are getting a £3,000 merit scholarship, you can save £9,000 over 3 years.
The very
Similarly,
few universities offer like this continuous scholarships for 3 years. Very few universities.
absolutely, absolutely. And I think this is something that I don't even like. I've seen a lot of cases where students will cross question me and they'll say that you are offering an international scholarship of 1570, the other university is offering a scholarship of 2500. But then I have to tell them that we are also offering this scholarship every year to you. So look at it long term, that you are saving a good amount of money over 3 years. Don't look at the first year alone. And the entry requirement for a merit scholarship is now 4.5. Earlier, it used to be 4.8 at an undergrad level. It has been brought down
Yeah.
to 4.5. So again, international scholarship or the requirement to get an unconditional offer letter for undergrad is 3.8. Merit scholarship is 4.5. For masters, the entry requirement is 2.5 and the merit requirement of 4,000 pound is 2.8. Also, on top of that, there is also an early payment discount that we offer, which is 5%. So our fee currently is £14,900. If you are lucky enough to get a merit scholarship, your fee at undergrad goes down to 11,900, and at a postgrad level, it goes down to 10,900. And then there is a 5% discount that is offered on top of that to our students.
Karan, the online classes at this moment going on South Bank University. So when they want to go for that campus-based class, actually?
Yeah, I mean, I think Mr. Shafiq, at the moment, I'm sure the university is working very closely with the, with the government. They're obviously following the directives which have been passed out. I'm sure as the situation improves, which I'm sure you can talk more about because you are there. But from what I understand, I think the vaccine drive is in full flow right now, and we are hoping, from what Boris Johnson mentioned, that by June or by July, if I'm not wrong, they plan to cover
all of adults.
absolutely. And I think that seems to be. I don't think there should be a problem getting back on campus soon. But I think, obviously, I'm sure, like any other university, everybody is kind of working together right now. All institutions are working together to ensure that there is a smooth transition and student come back. Because I think, end of the day, the safety of the students is the most important thing. There will not be any compromise on that at all.
Okay. Yeah, that's fantastic. So at this moment, UK situation little bit, not improved. Okay, in terms of COVID, vaccination every day they're giving massive vaccination they're providing to people. So hopefully, as the government guidelines, from end of this month will some less restriction, and then from I think May and June completely we can free. I think after all adults vaccinated. Okay. So hopefully
Absolutely.
months I think will be more flexible. Okay. The university
Mhm.
also feel more confidence. Okay, and attend a class-based class. I mean,
Correct.
classes. So students no need to attend the online classes. So hopefully they can enjoy the this summer. I think summer most
Correct.
probably to the
Yep,
university
absolutely.
campus.
Absolutely. Yeah, what
And
else? What
Karan,
else
do
you
you
want to
have
cover?
any information about some specific courses ranking like computer science or MSc data science, okay, which is more attract to South Asian students, or engineering, or any
Yeah,
placement
I mean,
courses that you can
yep, absolutely.
highlight?
See, Mr. Shafiq, I think the rankings obviously, they differ from like different ranking tables. Sunday Times will have some other thing. Cartoon will have a different ranking, but I can definitely talk about a little bit about courses that are very very popular among South Asians. In the context of Bangladesh, we've seen students applying for something like a computer science. Some might will. I've also seen psychology kind of slightly going up, which has slightly
Hmm.
started coming in demand. But it has always been the business school and the school of engineering that have always been more popular. Business probably should be on top, I would say.
Yeah,
So I think just on the business school, I can definitely mention there are a lot of advantages, or I would say the reasons why a lot of kids have been year on year applying to LSBU, especially in the business school. Uh, Number one, I think for me is the fact that the kind of exposure that is being given to students is immense. It's very very important for students to evaluate how a business school is going to help me get the business acumen that's needed in the corporate world, and that only comes with exposure, and that for us comes through a lot of
that's true.
competitions. So we've been ensuring that our students are going through the university business competitions or hackathons, or there are simulation games that are being organized, or time to test their time management skills, to test their you know uh, what do we say, the how to perform under pressure, presentation skills, team management skills. These things kind of come
Yeah,
into
yeah,
play.
that's true. Yeah.
In addition to that, I think there is always a facility for students to learn new languages at no additional cost. So if you want to learn Mandarin, you want to learn Spanish, you want to learn
Yeah, yeah,
French,
yeah. I used
you
to
can.
join Spanish language. Okay, but there when I used to study South Bank, the
I see.
free you can learn another language free.
Yeah,
So they
absolutely.
don't
So
charge
that's
anything.
another advantage that comes in there. Apart from that, also it's very very important to ensure that students are employee ready. So making sure that students are up to date with our Bloomberg lab that has been made for students to kind of learn and play a little bit in the stock market through simulation games, or you know softwares like Sage, Fame, SPSS.
Mm.
These all these softwares play very very important for students who are studying in the business school. Also, interestingly, business school is probably the only school at LSBU that has got its own specific building. With other schools, there are still multiple things happening, but the business school building is only for business students. Obviously, it has been made in to keep in focus with the sustainability. Also, because there is so much demand for business school, the university has also added some additional resources to support students with employability. So the careers team had to put additional members just for the business schools, so as to ensure that the whole commitment around employability that we boast about is met.
And also the placement courses, MSc with placement. Which courses at this moment we're offering in September intake?
Yeah, I mean, I think if I look at the courses for Jan 21, almost all business courses have been being offered with the placement here. All the business
Okay,
courses I can think of.
okay, okay. Is there any
Yeah.
placement with undergraduates?
Yeah, we have a few courses that's there. I can maybe share a link with you, which you can share with the wider audience later. But yeah, I think we've got a lot of courses. Like business school, obviously, undergrad courses they're coming with a sandwich here. That's obviously there for students.
Yeah.
Same goes for courses as well. It's there.
So I know that London South Bank have partnership with on campus. So and apart from on campus, are you running any specific foundation program for South Asian students? Only
now.
foundation? No, only direct
It's
route
only
on
on
campus.
campus. And obviously, now we've also come up with an ICAS through CG.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, we are working with on campus, and yeah, that's very good demand for ICAS with all South Asian students, and also
Yep,
lower
yep,
requirement.
absolutely,
Mhm.
absolutely, absolutely.
Or let's one of my colleague asks the questions, so I can highlight the questions to you. Okay.
Yeah, sure. Yes, absolutely. So just to kind of give a brief on the employability, as I mentioned in the beginning, that we as a university are known for employability. There are a lot of efforts that are being put in on the back end to ensure that. So in terms of employability, the number one thing is we have a dedicated team which is purely working in an, I would say, in the HR capacity to ensure to find out which universities companies are coming up with job opportunities, and the relevant opportunities are then passed out to the student through different channels. Number two, there is a team which is involved in organizing a lot of virtual fairs for our students on campus or even virtually as well. A lot of job fairs are being organized in that way, so that students get a chance to learn more about the companies through the official representatives who are coming on campus or virtually. Um, Number three, there's a team which is involved in doing a lot of research around finding out what kind of jobs are going to be more in demand in the coming future, especially with undergrads because they've got more time. And there are so many radical changes happening over the years in a very short period, that it's important that we think slightly long term. And if there is
Mhm.
any additional small course that a student can do to uplift their profile, why not? So that team
Mm.
did a bit of research, and then we've
Yeah,
also got.
because I have real experience with our teachers. They used to suggest lots of job offers because lots of employers also have connected with London Southern University, and they
Absolutely.
sending that job to our teachers, and the teachers sending to the students, and the student can
Hmm.
apply themselves. Okay, and then sometimes teachers help to build the CV according to the requirements. So how to prepare your CV and what information actually looking for the employers. Okay, so they have good
Yeah,
skills
I think
about that.
all these things. Yeah, absolutely right, Mr. Shafiq. This is all covered under our team, which is called a career gym. It's more like the
Yeah.
way we go to gym to either put on muscles or reduce weight.
Mm.
Similarly, you go to this career gym wherein they will look at your existing profile. They will tell you what are some of the strengths that you have, some of the areas that you need to work on, and then they start working on your CV, on your personality, how to kind of answer questions, how to conduct yourself when you're going for interviews, and they ensure that by the time you start applying to companies, you are all ready to represent LSB in the best way forward.
And also if any student they have entrepreneurs, they have any business idea, okay, and they want to
Absolutely.
implement business idea to the university help. Okay, they want any help from the university. The university is very supportive for the create the business idea, helping to establish that business, and sometimes they are helping to give the opportunity to run their like campus opportunity, like to establish an office. I think free. Is it also free? I know some of
Yes,
my.
absolutely. So we've got the Business Solution Center as well. I think, Mr. Shafik, you're doing my job much better than I am doing right now because you obviously are passed out from your alumni of LSBU.
Yeah,
But yeah, you're right. We've got the Business Solution Center. We've also got the Clarence Center at the university, which is right opposite to McLaren House, which is
yeah,
our
yeah.
accommodation. And from the Clarence Center, there are more than 70 entrepreneurs that are currently functioning. So,
Mhm.
massive opportunity for students to learn about different businesses, use those guys as your mentors, as their guides, learn about their experiences, that through thick and through thin, how those guys are pushing themselves to achieve success. So, yeah, I mean, I think there are a lot of opportunities. And then, irrespective whether even if you're not from a business school, but you still have got a business idea, there's a big possibility that you might get the funding as well from the university.
Also, that's outside of campus. There are lots of small restaurants. Okay, so student for lunch time, and also very cheaper. It's not like that inside the campus. The expensive, very cheaper for that food, and varieties of food they can enjoy. Lots of like cultural Asian foods, Japanese, Europeans, and also
Yeah,
Africans,
absolutely.
Turkish. Lots of, yeah. Because I used to visit different restaurants that time with our
Look,
friends.
it's like Looks like you have traveled the world of food then. You
Yeah,
had
that's
multiple
true. And also McDonald's on site, then also KFC, Subway. Okay, everything is near. Okay, you don't need
available
to.
for it. No, I mean, I think it's always handy for students. I think being a vegetarian, I think if anybody who's a hardcore veg, it was easy to find vegetarian food nearby. Also, you
Also the
don't have to
canteen.
go.
Canteen have everything. South Bank canteen
Yeah,
have
yes,
everything.
yes.
Vegetarian,
It's there for
also
you if you
everything
still
mix.
want.
Also halal. For halal food also always available South Bank University. So
Absolutely,
that's good for Bangladeshi
absolutely.
students. Mm.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And
So
see,
I,
we've already got a very good Bangladeshi audience at the university. They're doing phenomenally well at the university. The course directors that I speak to, they speak, they appreciate massively about the students, how they're doing, how they're progressing, how hardworking they are, and I think how involved they are right from day one. Because I think end of the day, I feel um, for South Asians, I think there is no second chance. So we try and ensure that we make the most of the opportunity that has come in front of us. So I think I think students are doing really well. In fact, our current vice president of education, and in fact, other facilities. They're both Bangladeshis. In fact, the last president that we had was also a Bangladeshi. So
yeah, yeah, yeah.
they're doing pretty well at the university. We have a Bangladeshi society as well. It's pretty popular on Instagram as well. So for students, if anybody wants to get in touch with the current Bangladeshi LSB student, that's there for you as well.
Okay, one more questions. Let me pull up here.
Sure.
Which program is more famous among students, masters or masters with internship?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's always a master's with internship, and I think there is definitely simple logic to it. I think the amount of experience that you gather,
Yeah.
during an internship is always going to be, it's always good to have that. You get a practical flavor of what you're studying as well. I think what better than having an internship along with your course. So I think, yeah, everybody prefers an internship, and I think we should be suggesting a masters with internship to students like counseling.
Yeah, that definitely, because it's more important. They can gain some experience, okay, and before they move it to like post study work, okay. But last few years it is more important internship because at that time not they don't have an opportunity to go for post study work. The student used to like about the internship. So at this moment, I think it's 50-50. I would say that in terms of masters and masters with internship, this depend on individual choice, what they want actually. Okay. Some masters students, they have already jobs. Okay, already they. I know that some Indian students they're coming here. They have already offered job offer from different country, Dubai or India. So they are coming here for only for 1 year master. It's completely individual student situation.
Got it. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah.
So we don't have that many questions. So anything you want
No
to say
worries.
at the end?
Yeah, I mean, I think end of the day, I think LSB, as I mentioned, is a very good mix for
Yeah,
somebody who's looking at.
welcoming university. I would say very welcoming university for international student, specific South Asian student. They are very welcoming and multicultural.
Absolutely, and I think for see if I just break it out in simple words, I think affordability in terms of the fee structure, generosity in terms of the scholarship that the university is offering, just the advantage of the location that you have, you being at a central location, enjoying your after college days, college hours as well, but at the same time also ensuring that you are well connected with people in a place like London, and more importantly, it's the employability. Anybody who's looking for these areas, I think London South University is a very good mix. I've just seen a question coming from Habib here, which is
Yeah.
around IELTS. So, our IELTS requirement, academic IELTS requirement is 6 not less than 5.5 for undergrad, 6.5 not less than 5.5 for postgrad. Um, we're obviously accepting other multiple tests as well. We're also accepting Duolingo at the moment for September
Yeah.
21, just to clear the year. Our entry requirement for Duolingo at undergrad level is 110 at an undergrad level with minimum 85, and 120 at a PG level with minimum 85.
And at this moment, you are not offering pre-sessional English, isn't it, for
Now,
September?
but we are hoping to get some update on that. So watch the space.
Okay. So actually, I got the email a few days ago that they're not
Yeah,
offering pre-secondary English.
yeah.
And also, boost education just at the moment. Is any last word from you? Then I can finish, I think.
No, I mean, yeah, I think we obviously, if there is any student who's kind of interested, please get in touch with Boost Education. They have been one of our priority partners and they've been doing phenomenally well. And yeah, I mean, I think, see, September 20, like last year has been tough for everyone, but I think things are coming back now, slightly, I would say. And I'm pretty hopeful that things kind of improve from here. And yeah, I mean, I think I would just kind of recommend students who are looking for a university, a decent sized university, having a good campus, enjoying the campus life with a very affordable fee. And with the huge advantages of scholarships. More importantly, that you don't have to file any extra application for a scholarship. You are
Yeah.
simply applying at the university, and the result will tell you which scholarship you've got. So no hassles there. And most importantly, don't forget. I think end of the day, it's the employability. You are
Hmm.
going there because you want to survive, sustain, which for which you need money, for which you need a job. So it's the job around which everything is going to work. So don't come under peer pressure. Make your individual decisions. Pick up the university, keeping in mind what is important to you.
Okay. So
Yeah.
thank you, Karan. As the last few word, I'm going to say that for our audience or our potential applicants, that even to join London Southbank University, you can contact our Bangladesh office. We have three offices at this moment in Bangladesh: Dhaka, Sylhet, and Rangpur. And all the information we have in our website and also on our Facebook page. You can contact our counselors. Anything you guys need, just knock them. They know everything about universities, entry requirements, and we'll try our best. Okay, to give you the offers and then helping for your student visa. And also, we're working for European students who wants to join London Southbank University for September intake for any courses. They have more than 300 courses with business, law. Also, they have nursing, engineering, and that's most popular courses they have. So, anything you guys need, just contact us and we'll help you for the admission. Hopefully, thank you for today. So, we'll okay, let's